told me, pa-rum-pum-pum-pum, a newborn king to see, pa-rum-pum-pum-pum. Our finest gifts we bring, pa-rum-pum-pum-pum, to lay before the king, pa-rum-pum-pum-pum, rum-pum-pum-pum, rum-pum-pum-pum.
Hello, everyone. It's been a long day, a long, kind of good day here. Sorry, my nose is kind of giving me a little fits today. I've been outside working with herbs a lot today and foraging different greens and just a lot of different herbs and things. And I think that's why my nose is like, help, which is, it's okay because tomorrow, if the rain holds off tomorrow, I'm going to go into the woods where I know there is mullein growing, lots of mullein. And I'm planning on harvesting mullein leaves and drying some of them to use for smudging to cleanse the air. But also I'm going to make tinctures with the mullein leaves so that if I come across, like, you know, in flu season or, you know, the winter time, if I end up having like any kind of a cough or anything, I will use the mullein tincture that I'm going to make. It's going to take it like 6 to 8 weeks to be fully ready to be used as a medicine. But so I needed to start it tomorrow because we're already into like getting into the holiday season. Anywho, and with that being said, getting into the holiday season, I started a book a while back called Anna, Grandmother of Jesus. See this? And I was enjoying it, but then my friend Bryce on Esoteric Atlanta had started doing the Sophia she started doing the Sophia code, and so I was following along with that, and I couldn't do both. I just could not focus on both, so I held off on Anna, Grandmother of Jesus. But now with the holiday season coming up, you know, Christmas time, I have this little bookmark right here, and so it's showing like where I had left off, and I started reading just right where I left off today, and I think it might be perfect for Christmas time. So Anna supposedly is like the grandmother of Jesus. I'm thinking maybe she's Joseph's mother. I am not sure because, like I said, I started reading this book and then I completely quit for like 3 months and just follow the Sophia code stuff. So, and that was incredible. I'm still not finished. I need to catch up on some of like maybe the last couple of chapters in that book. But here, just this one little paragraph where my bookmark was, says, "It was a year and a half after Joseph's birth, while our love was still strong for each other, that Matthias and I conceived a girl child. We called her Martha. She was steady and resolute, gifted with wisdom of the hearth and a talent for managing details. She, like Joseph, would play her part in our unfolding story." Now, I will share more fully about Joseph, whose life would continue to play a key part in the divine plan. Because Joseph eagerly took to linguistics, we taught him our native Aramaic language between the ages of 1 and 2. Then between the ages of 2 and 3, I introduced him to the Hebrew tongue in fiery letters. I guess fiery letters. During the following years, some of the Celtic language that I remembered became the focus of our attention because of its basic affinity with Hebrew. At the age of 6, he was introduced to the Persian and Sanskrit languages. I know my friend Bryce studied Sanskrit. I think it's just incredible that she just knows it, just knows how to speak it, knows how to read it. Greek came next, followed by Egyptian. Latin, the formal language of the Romans, was somewhat reluctantly introduced into Joseph's curriculum when he was 11. Which I have heard that, like, heard people say, like, Latin is, like, not a good language. So I think I find that interesting. Oh, here it goes. The reason for our procrastinating the introduction of the Roman language was because of the bitter taste that still lingered over Pompey's Roman legions' invasion of Palestine in 63 BC. The political strife between the aristocratic Sadducees and the Orthodox Pharisees had caused Rome to intervene. Jerusalem had been besieged and nearly 12,000 Jews had been slaughtered. By the end of 63 BC, all of Palestine had been incorporated into the Roman province of Syria and made a tributary of Rome. And to make the situation even bitterer to my taste, Rome had reintroduced crucifixion as punishment for any form of resistance in order to control the people. The emotional shock was profound when I happened to pass along the roads lined with crosses. It seemed that I could never close my heart to the suffering of the people. Would humanity ever learn the true meaning of the cross as the symbol of spirit joining matter? Which I think that has a whole lot to do with the Ankh. Y'all, I'm thinking I might need to start this book over for the holiday season. Let me know if you want me to read this. I'm a slow reader, but we could probably get through this in the month of December if we did it together. And maybe it will shed some light on Jesus, Yeshua, Joseph, Mary, all, all the good stuff. I'm not sure. So I'm getting ready to go to bed, as y'all can see. Got my fire burning. I really, a lot of times fall asleep with this fake fire going on the television. I just choose not to really watch anything much. If I had a real fireplace in here, I would use that or like an electric one or something, or a gas fireplace. But you know what? This doesn't cost a whole lot, and it actually, in my mind, it feels like there's warmth coming from it somehow. But yeah, y'all, today, so I just went out in my yard, like in the grass. And we don't spray any pesticides here. We don't kill weeds here. The only thing that we spray, maybe on our stones and around our like borders of our flower beds and things, is pickle juice. Seriously, pickle juice. So I save all my leftover pickle juice, and we put it in spray bottles, and we dilute it with water, and we spray that around on things, and it works pretty well. And at least I know that we're not putting any poison into the area where I live and where my dog and my cat live. And so that being said, when I walk out in the yard, if I see chickweed growing, I can just pick it and nibble on it if I want to. And so today I picked chickweed and dandelion greens and bittercress, which in my opinion is not as good as watercress, but it's a close third. And I also, wild lettuce. So the wild lettuce I'll make something with tomorrow, but tonight, earlier, I did red beans and rice. And in the rice, I did brown rice, and I sauteed the chickweed, the dandelion greens, and the bitter cress all together with a little ghee, which is clarified butter. You could just use butter, and a little shallot. And then I mixed all that in with our brown rice, and then we had the red beans with that. Delicious. And very, healing qualities in all three of those grains, especially that chickweed. I mean, if you've got any kind of a growth in your body, a cyst, I mean, chickweed helps to diminish those kinds of things. So, and bitter cress is really good at freeing your body of carcinogens. And dandelion, well, there's so many things about dandelion. It's so good for you, especially back during the COVID times. Like, I was drinking dandelion tea at least like 3 times a week during that time, just as a preventative. So yeah, all of them are antimicrobial, antiviral, very good for you. So anyway, that's what I did today, and I'm planning on making tinctures out of all 3 of them, and then going out in the woods tomorrow where I know my mullein, I've got mullein growing out there, just wild, and I'm going to harvest a bunch of that and make a bunch of really good medicines with that. But if any of y'all want to read this book along with me, let me know. Maybe I'll read it on here. Maybe I'll come on and read it maybe once a week or something until, yeah, if we did that, then we could get through it by Christmas. So anyway, just let me know. And oh, and another thing, today when I was walking around the yard, I was actually looking for passion flower, because that also grows wild here. And all the flowers were they weren't in bloom anymore, but the passion fruit is there. So they were all about like the size of like a large egg, so like a large chicken egg. So I am going to look into what to do with the passion fruit. So if you know anything that I should be able to, that I should try to do with the passion fruit, let me know. It grows wild right here around my house. Anyway, I look forward to doing all these things, and I'm gonna put all my cactus oil and everything on my face. In fact, well, tonight, because I was reading out of this book and thinking about Christmas, this is my frankincense oil that I mix frankincense and olive oil together. I think tonight I'm gonna do frankincense. I think that's what I'm gonna do tonight. So anyway, Merry y'all. Let me know if you want to read the book with me. And let me know if you know of any things I can do with passion fruit. And also, let me know if you're into tinctures and foraging, and do you eat weeds out of your yard like I do? They're yummy. You just got to know what to look for. And what I'm finding is that sure, some things, kind of look the same, but they're not the same. Like sometimes I've picked some greens that I thought were dandelion greens and they weren't, but they also were not toxic, and they also have medicinal value. So yeah, just studying these kind of things is very, very interesting to me. I enjoy it. So anyway, any more foragers out there, let me know. Let me know. I would love to hear your tips if you have any. Anyway, everybody have a great night. I love you all. Good night. Bye.
When we come, little baby, I am a poor boy too. I have no gift to bring. That's fit to give the king.